The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. One step from playing in the AFC title game. This divisional round contest is on. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash the defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Play action with Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Dragon 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Only a yard that time, so now they're left with 3rd and 13.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete to Pittman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Let's go now.
A give left side to Taylor. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. risen to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
That's right. Here we go. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. Space past the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
Here we go. Hey, never mind. Monday. Delta. Is that all right?
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go.
Fields on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts take over as he records his 10th career INT. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
19 light. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Go.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. Game with the point after. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
You know, Kate, you have to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Don't jump. Ready?
He keeps it himself. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain for them there, setting up second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Taylor. This is ahead for about 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch made by Mitchell.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at first down here. Richardson now. Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did. And he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Come on, set.
Running right. This is Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced out to his right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. and he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started.
11,
First and 10.
11. Here we go. Nelson. Say.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's on the move. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here we go.
Running for the marker on second. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense.
No
And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here we go, son.
Fields out of the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go, son. Out, let's go. Go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's going deep this time. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Daniel Scott with the pick. And the Colts get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Ready.
On first down, it's Richardson. Launches one deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Go.
They give to Taylor, right side. He's got room to roam here. Reaches the 40. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Taylor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another shot for Taylor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
On the set.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal.
Let's go.
Running with Taylor. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, Ken. Right?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Complete out to the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Extend. Here we go. Right.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Hey, 551. Is that right?
From the 19. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. We're good.
Now it's Fields. Buying some time right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they chase him out of bounds. That's going to be a sack. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ready?
On 3rd and goal, here's Fields. On the move, headed right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Richardson on third. Buys time, rolling right. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And now they're staring at fourth and long. The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Called at a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Steelers will take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
Here's Fields to throw. Catch made by Austin. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields to throw it. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
1st and goal. Here's Taylor. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Come on, set. Viking 18. Warrior 70. Ready.
Richardson back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. 4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Up and good from Fairbairn. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here we go, son. Go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Angel, Angel, Angel. Here we go, son.
Looking to throw Fields. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken, press, butt right. Here we go. All right.
Another throw for Fields. Oh, he lost the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
They'll throw it again. Hauled in left side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Play action, Fields. He rolls to his right. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Don't jump. Ready?
Motion man sent left.
Right.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Here we go, Scott.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers make their way to the end zone. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers take the lead on that successful kick. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready? Go!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring a 3rd and very long.
Let's go now.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet to the center of the... This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Steelers have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Delta. Is that all right?
2nd and 13. This one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 11. All right.
Fields out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. You could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go, son.
Fields coming back after the pick. Brought in right side. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
No mas, no mas. Here we go, son. EQ. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Here we go. Extend. All right.
Another try following the sack. He's got time here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Alpha. Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Hey, 5:51. Here we go, we good. Hey, Ken. You got a mini basic, right?
They do snap it. Here's Fields. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh, this is tough. Don't let it be lost here that their call on 4th actually worked. They got the first down, and then they fumbled.
Kate, that's like saying the dinner looked so good before the waiter dropped the plate. The results were there as designed, but one mistake took it all away.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go again with Taylor. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll be first down, Colts. Play action with Richardson. That one's cut along the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Here's a give to Taylor. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal. Taylor again. And he's brought down for a loss. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete.
A couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alpha. Here we go. All right.
Here's Fields to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Hurry up.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Mayday. Angel. Tonight.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. It's his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Hey, can.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
That's right.
Running back sent in motion.
Tonight.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Getting out to his left. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Rolling left, buying some time. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Go.
Now it's Fields. Flush down out to his left. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers gotta score in a hurry. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
11. Here we go. Johnson. All right.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Alert! Alert! Check out!
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Taylor. Up to the races, middle of the field. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Here we go! Here we go! Cowboy 80! Go!
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hold it ready! Ready, ready!
Straight ahead with Taylor. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers have a short field in front of them as they take over. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Hey, Ted. Here we go, son. Sit high.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Extend. Tonight.
Looking to throw Fields. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Colts are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Back to the line they go. It's second down. A give left side to Taylor. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Let's go now.
They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. 4 yards to pick up that time, partner. They're set up closer. Fourth and goal upcoming. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the Conference Championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.